Aubameyang or Harry Kane?
Yeah.
Who is better?
You start. So that way I can just counter it. Just boxing.
Boy, see, man caught them cold enough. Man caught them cold. Boy, you're proper riding for Harry Kane, innit? You're proper jumping in to help you. I'll save you, Pat. I'll help you.
No. Don't even try that one.
Jay, don't let it
Don't even try that one.
Don't let it get in your head. You say what you think, yeah?
Like Pep wanted to manage Arsenal. That everyone knew that, bro. You can go and research that. You'll see it. You get what I'm saying?
Well, has he come out and made a statement saying that?
What?
You heard me.
It's out there, isn't it? It's out there.
Out there where?
But I was.
What's happening, people? And we're back again with another episode of Everyone's a Pundit. And this is up to, what is it, episode 16 now? 16 now,
Sweet
yeah?
16.
Come on.
Episode 16. Thank you all for watching. If you're tuned in now, thank you, man. Really do. And if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button.
Smash that subscribe button. Smash it.
Yeah, do the hand thing.
Yeah. Smash that thing.
Hulk fist.
And
smash.
also hit the like button as well, yeah? Please give us as many likes as you can because that helps with the algorithms and all of that. And if you're listening on the Soundcloud, please share about with your people, whoever you know that like to listen to the audio and all of that. The social media, we've got another show where we're answering your questions. And the questions come to us via our social media. So if you do want to answer any questions, if you want us to answer them, please hit us up on the social media. They're above. The Twitter's up there and the Instagram's up there, yeah? So hit us up on that. And yeah, man, let me introduce my guys.
Let's
go.
On
the right, I have...
You got Patrick Tyron, a.k.a. Young Swaggy Daniels. When you see the T, you see the P. When you see the P, you know it represents T.
And to my left, you don't know already.
Boom, bam, bing.
Yes. He's back.
Boom, bang, boom. Yeah, Mr. Jason Alex, come on.
He's back.
He's back.
You know,
I had to make it right this week after last week.
And Arsenal didn't even win, boy. He's still coming with the energy.
That's good. That's good.
What we like,
yeah,
boy. You get me? In the Views team, man. You have to come with the energy.
That's it.
And I'm Semps, yeah. The social media's below. Semps on Twitter. We're kind of active on Twitter, saying our bits and bobs. So follow us if you ain't following us already. Follow us on Twitter. So we're gonna get into today's show. First of all, we're gonna start with Son, man. Like, we're recording Sunday night, live and direct, after all the Premier League action and a bit of a madness happened in the Everton game. Spurs away to Everton.
Goodison Park.
Yeah, man. So talk to us, Pat.
Yeah, we were winning 1-0 at the time. Son got elbowed, literally just like a backstory.
It wasn't an elbow.
What?
That wasn't
Gomez.
That wasn't an elbow.
He got elbowed in the face.
That wasn't an elbow.
Check it.
That wasn't an elbow.
On my life.
That was
Gomez elbowed him, and then he went down or whatever. But you know, because obviously everyone's so theatrical, you don't know what's what anymore.
So that's what happened.
Yeah, Gomez elbowed 100%. You check it.
No.
Check it. When you check it, then I want an apology on Twitter. I want Semps to say, and everyone get at Semps and say, Semps, where's Patrick's apology?
You know what?
Unless we can
talk your talk. I'm gonna jump on Twitter now.
Yeah, because
say what you're saying.
Son elbowed.
It was one of those flailing arm things.
Nah. The elbow.
Because I was like a little bit late on my stream, yeah. And my brethren wrote, he was like, "Oh, Son, out." And I was thinking, what? From that little hand thing? I thought that. And I was thinking that can't be. And I was thinking to myself, I remember back in the day, where when I got a head collision. When I tell you my eye was bust open, this happened in the first half. I played all the second half.
The same injury?
And injury time.
Yeah.
Not even injury time, sorry. It went to extra time. It was a cup game. I ended up having stitches all on my thing. And I'm thinking, these footballers nowadays,
that's
any
what I'm
little
saying.
touch.
Listen.
This was me as probably what? I was a what? 20, 20-odd-year-old little scrawny Sam. You know what I'm
But
saying?
look, Richarlison was on the floor about 15 times today, and even Carragher's like, just get up, man. It's getting annoying. But anyway, going back to what happened. So Son got elbowed before, the referee didn't call it, blah, blah, blah. Gomez dribbled past him, and Son, like, petulantly, like, clipped him. He was never going to get the ball. Gomez fell down. And what happened afterwards was like
So
horrific.
do you think that was kind of payback? He was trying to do
100%.
You reckon,
I think obviously Son was like, cool, I'm not going to get the ball. Let me just take the man out, innit? Just to show him that you can't mug me off kind of
You
thing.
think he was rattled because of that?
So I think Son, he wasn't being malicious because Son's not a malicious player, but he thought, let me leave a bit on him kind of thing. Yeah. So he clipped him. But as Gomez went down, Serge Aurier was coming towards the ball and Gomez's leg behind him.
So that picture there looks like an elbow, but trust me, it wasn't an elbow.
It was an elbow, man. We'll get onto that later. But anyway, so as Gomez's leg was behind him, Aurier's full weight went onto Gomez, and that's where the break happened, and it was horrible. And the thing was crazy is that Sky showed it. They didn't realize what had happened, and you could see it as it was happening because Gomez was on the floor. Son went over to apologize and say sorry for taking you out, and then literally the camera panned to Gomez, and you just saw
his foot was like it was horrible, man. And then Son's like
because and then Aurier's like that, and I couldn't believe it. Even I was in shock. I was like, wow, this is crazy.
And then one of the Everton players was like holding Gomez in it, like holding him tight, like rocking him kind of thing.
And then obviously Seamus Coleman came on. And he was like saying to like obviously the Tottenham boys and the Everton boys, because it happened to him a few years ago when he was on international duty for Ireland. So he was on there and everyone, but even you could see like even the way the Everton guys got round Son and like consoled him. No one was like, because when a bad tackle happens, usually everyone's like pushing each other in their face. It wasn't that kind of thing.
But you know what actually makes me think now that Son probably was trying to do a little comeback because he starts crying, innit? Son starts crying, so he probably feels guilty, thinking, well, I actually went to do something.
And obviously now look what happened. I know. It's crazy. And then Atkinson had the yellow in his pocket.
No, he actually has it out. He takes the yellow out.
It's the injury. I think that's what.
And then the injury. When he saw the extent of the injury, he gave Son a red. Because when he first put the red card up, I thought he gave it to one of like our coaching staff for being on the pitch.
Oh, is it?
I generally thought he was just telling him get off. It's not really, let me sort it out. And then they was like, oh, Son's off. I was like, what?
Yeah, when you see the replay, you see Atkinson. He has the yellow card out, and then he just must realise that man's broke his foot, and then it's like is that then a red card by default? Certain man are saying.
I think he saw the extent of the injury and he gave the red on that, but that's not right because the challenge wasn't a red card challenge, and it wasn't even Son that caused the actual injury.
Aurier might get it then. When they review it,
can they do that?
I don't think they. I don't think they can.
They can't do it if the referee didn't see it. If the referee states he didn't see it, then they can give it in retrospect. You know, so sometimes they give. Like someone elbows you, don't catch it.
But that's it's like an elbow that they would do. They don't give a red card for a challenge that the referee's not giving.
And it wasn't really Serge wasn't challenging him. He was just running towards him and it's collided.
Even Aurier, to me, that's not a red card offense either. It's just one of those unfortunate.
It's just an awkward, horrible moment. And then obviously Son got sent off, and then the game I wouldn't even say the game changed. The game was poor from beginning to start, to be honest. And even with 10 men, Everton didn't.
Two poor teams, innit?
Two mid-table teams just going at it. It was an awful game, lacking in quality. Saying that, Dele Alli's finish was quality. That was a nice finish. It was a nice take. But
you know what? VAR. So we've got VAR there.
Oh, shocking.
Why VAR then? Like, there's been a red card that he's given. Why VAR not checking and saying, you know what? We understand. Like, Son probably would have had to come off anyway.
He would have had to sub him off because emotionally he wasn't there. He wasn't.
But VAR can surely look at that and say, you know what, boss man, that's not really a red card,
it's not a red card. The challenge didn't cause that.
Let's bring him back on. Let them make a substitution or do whatever they want to do. And then they've got 11 men still on the pitch.
With the VAR team, is it the ref that calls them to intervene, or do they just automatically intervene in certain situations?
That's a good question.
This is the thing, we don't know.
If the ref didn't call it to say,
That's a good question.
Was it
You know,
Son?
Dave.
Was it-
I think VAR intervenes because you see the referee will be playing and all of a sudden he's like, hold on. And then he
Okay.
stops the game and then they go back and check it. So VAR should have got involved and said, that's not a red card challenge. And I know sometimes they say, oh, the bar's set at this, that, we don't want to get involved. But you can't send a man off when it's not a red card. That changes games, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It did.
So-
because they probably was never. They didn't look like they were
They didn't
scoring.
look like scoring. And I think we would have probably scored again, if I'm being honest. So
I don't know about that.
Yeah, but anyway, even if we didn't, we still had the 1-0 lead.
Yeah, you may have held that for the 1-0.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think that VAR has been doing some madness this weekend anyway, as usual.
The Liverpool one as well.
Yeah.
Firmino getting chalked offside, the goal getting chalked off.
I think it's getting-
And
But the thing
that
is, though,
he wasn't even offside.
we're saying that, but this is not the first time. It happened to Sterling,
Yeah.
and it also happened in the Man United game
Yeah.
that none of you lot will remember, but I do. It happened to the Wolves guy when my man scored top bins. The player first, I can't remember who it was who crossed it. It was the exact same thing. Shoulder, look
Okay.
off. They didn't give
Yeah.
it. So yeah, it's happening. It's
It
happening.
happened to Son as well, the Brighton game.
Yeah.
Was it Brighton?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Brighton, yeah. No, it wasn't Brighton.
No.
It
No,
was
that was Leicester.
It was Leicester, yeah, where we
Yeah.
would have went 2-0 up. Yeah, so it happened there as well. So it's been
I think they've been consistent on that, but I think that you have to then change the rules in the sense that if the lines are, because I remember we and you was talking about it now.
the line is the line and this and that.
Yeah, because if the line is on that side, then it is offside.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
but they were saying, I was watching I think it's called Goals on Sunday with Chris Kamara and Alex Scott,
Yeah.
and Chris Kamara was saying that the line wasn't straight for the Firmino one because they've reviewed it with different lines and it looks dodgy.
Serious.
So they're saying who's making these decisions. So it's I think VAR needs to get scrapped. Personally, I just go back to how it was.
But you know what? We say that, but with anything, there's always teething problems in it. So what are we? 11 games in to the Premier League season. Some foreign players need a year to adapt. Maybe VAR needs a year. Maybe. I'm not saying that is the case. I'm not saying they're ever going to get it right because personally, the way it's working now with this clear and obvious and
That's what
subjective
they're
calls
hiding
and all
behind,
of that.
yeah.
To me, it's just problems going forward. I can't see how they rectify it. But it is still early days. Maybe VAR may come good.
I think they should give it another season. If the same problems still occur next season, get rid of it.
But they need to stop this the bar set at this president kind of nonsense, and also this
Because
clear
now
and
it's
obvious.
changed a little bit, innit?
Now
They had meetings and the managers had meetings.
And then they
everything.
started calling everything, and then now they've kind of softened up because by the letter of the law, Dele Alli's handball should have been a handball, right?
Exactly.
Where were we going? Even though obviously as a Spurs fan, I'm happy they didn't call it.
Yeah.
Because even when it happened, I didn't even realise he had handballed the ball.
Yeah.
So it's not even like you saw him go to handball the ball.
It's true. You haven't seen it, have you?
I saw that.
Oh,
I
you
saw
seen
that,
it?
but
Yeah, this is the inconsistency.
If we're going by the letter of the law and what VAR been doing, that's a handball.
It's a handball.
So it should have been a
Because
penalty.
his hand was
that's
above
it.
his head,
above his
in
head,
the unnatural position,
and
as they call
and he
it.
handled the ball away.
And he handled the ball.
So this is why I'm confused with VAR. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't make no sense.
They have to get
So-
consistent with it, boy. They have to get consistent with it. But yeah, man. Did you lot watch the game? Did you lot watch the Spurs game? What's your thoughts on the Son challenge? Did you think it was a red card? Also, do you think that he was elbowed? Because I don't think it was an elbow.
I
Maybe need to check it again.
can't wait. I can't wait to get. As soon as we finish and I get home, I'm retweeting and.
Because I remember my feeling at the time thinking, he's just been grazed, man. He's just been touched on his cheek. And it didn't look like
He got
to me,
elbowed, man.
But let us know in the comments what you think. But some more madness happened today. Mr. Mario, Super Mario.
Mr. It's always me. And lifted up the shirt.
It's always happening to Mario.
It's
boy.
always him, man. It is.
What's happened today is Mario Balotelli, I think his team, was it Brescia, are playing away to Verona. And you just see him in the corner, he's dribbling the ball in the corner, and then boom, gets the ball,
Picks it up, boom.
boots it,
Yeah.
just kicks it into the crowd. So allegedly, and I say allegedly because I've read up on it, and the Verona manager, is trying to say how they was not.
But they always,
racist abuse.
I saw that, and they always do this.
I know.
Even in the Bulgaria game, where I
course.
could hear it. The manager then turned around and said, "Oh, I didn't hear it. That's not." So sorry, I'll let you get on.
That's why I'm saying allegedly.
Yeah.
Personally, I think I don't think Balotelli is just going to react like that just for the sake of it, because he's suffered it over a number of years. He's obviously just with everything that's been going on as well. It's like a build up, I think. Anyway, he's kicked the ball into the crowd. Now, what he does is he then walks off the pitch. He walks off. Apparently, the game stops for a few minutes. They do the whole UEFA protocols type of thing.
Announce it and this and that.
And then he comes back on the pitch.
Yeah, his teammates came and spoke to him and convinced him to come back on.
And I'm like, no,
I know.
Mario, no, don't walk back on the pitch, because to me, all of that kicking the ball into the crowd and walking off the pitch, it all means nothing. Now. It all means nothing, because you've then walked back on the pitch
and played the whole game as well. So.
And then, because I don't know what minute this happened in. Do you know?
It was in the first half.
It was in the first half.
Yeah, I think so.
Because then and then the reports will mislead you. Some of the reports you read mislead you, thinking that Balotelli got the winner. He didn't get the winner.
I thought he was.
You know what? With that though, do you think his teammates should have followed him?
Yes.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think they should have followed him off the pitch.
Yeah, but they ain't gonna do that though, Jay. This is exactly with the same thing with the England thing. Is we cannot rely on them, man, to back us, and he definitely can't rely on his teammates to back him. It's not gonna happen.
I don't know about his club. I don't know if there's any other black players in his team. If there was a few of them, if 3 or 4 of them walks off, they can't continue. You get what I'm saying? But he's probably,
even if 1 or 2, yeah, you're right. If three or more walk off, because you get 3 substitutes.
Yeah,
so even if the manager wanted to be smart and substitute them, you couldn't do.
But if he's probably the only black player on the team, him walking off is not really gonna.
So you was more talking about the other black players walking off.
Well, yeah, but also
not black players. It has to be the team. The team, white, Asian, whatever. As a team, you're a team. You should all walk off, right?
Yeah.
But you know what it comes down to is, whilst they know, some of them acknowledge that it's not right and it's horrible and it needs to be stamped out, they're not feeling the pain.
No.
Yeah,
100%.
So when it's in the moment when it's
getting abused,
has hit the fan,
yeah.
what do you do? And if you're not really the man who's feeling the pain, you're going to take the easy option.
Yeah.
Because we're seeing the man feeling the pain also taking the easy option. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, for me, and Balotelli's been through a lot, because I've read up on his story from back in the day, and I know, like, my missus is Italian and she grew up in Italy and she's half black kind of thing. So I know how it can be over there. So, you know, it's hard to say and sit here from the View studio and say, you know what, Balotelli, you need to just walk off, because he's been through a lot.
Yeah.
And he's, you know, played for Italy and all of that stuff.
He's always wanted to fit in, and
I would really have just liked him to have stayed off the pitch and to
make your point.
Make a stand.
Yeah, if you're making a point, make a point properly, because it all gets overlooked now. It will be forgotten, really, won't it?
This is what I'm saying, and this is what continues to happen.
But this is what I'm saying though. If he walks off, if he walks off, the game's not really gonna get stopped, is it? Like, what's it really going to do for the game, to be fair?
It's not going to do nothing for the game, but it's a moment in history that Balotelli's walked off, and then there's a knock-on effect from that things may start to happen, because we haven't had that yet.
Yeah.
Apart from we was talking about the Kevin Prince Boateng walking off the pitch a few years back with Suleiman Tari and them lot. We haven't seen that level of action from any black player where they're subject to racism.
Exactly.
And I don't know, man. I don't have the answers. Do you know what I mean?
And the thing is, I was so misled, because I thought, when I was reading up on it, I thought Balotelli silenced them by getting the winner. But he only got a consolation goal. They lost 2-1. Balotelli scored in like the 85th minute or 86th minute, but they lost. So
they lost. It don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. Let us know what your thoughts are. I know I don't want to keep talking about racism every week, but at the moment it's looking like a regular thing now.
A regular occurrence. You know, it's crazy.
Obviously, it's not something that's been out of the game for years, but every week now
it's prominent.
we're seeing it creep back in. little incidences in this game, that game. So, yeah, let us know what your thoughts are on Balotelli. You know, him walking back on the pitch. And do you agree with me that I think that he should have stayed off? Let us know in the comments what your thoughts are. And also, again, what your thoughts are on what can be done, what the solutions are for this racism thing, because it's just getting a bit crazy. But you know what? We'll get into some other more light-hearted topics. We've got a lot of questions to answer, and I want to get through all of them, so we'll try and whiz through. But you know what? I've kind of come up with my own little
okay.
My own little question.
Remix.
Yeah, that these two don't know about. So I'm going to actually just hit them with it. Because it came up in the group today, and I was looking at this and I was thinking, you know what? This is an interesting one.
Okay.
So, Mr. Jason Alex, come on, and Mr. Young Swaggy Daniels, when you see the jazz. Aubameyang or Harry Kane?
Yeah.
Who is better?
You start. So that way I can just counter it. Just boxing.
Oh, see, man caught them cold. Man caught them cold. They didn't know that was coming.
Don't forget, when we asked at the beginning of the season who's going to get top goal scorer, who did he go for?
I can't remember.
He went for Harry Kane.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, so let's see what he said. You should have said that. You should have waited.
I just put that. Just let them.
Let him say Aubameyang and then say that.
Yeah, nah, just let them.
So who's better at the two?
Yeah,
Well,
Aubameyang.
overall at the moment.
Bro,
No, not at the moment. Who's better?
better?
If you had to pick one,
Yeah.
if you got to pick one, who you picking? Basically, innit?
Is he gonna ride for his guy?
You know what? No. I'm not gonna be biased here, innit? Because I do rate Harry Kane. Like I rate him highly. Like
So you
I'll probably go Harry Kane.
say,
I'll probably go Harry Kane.
I like that.
You know why? Because I've seen Harry Kane. I've seen what he can do.
Yeah.
And what Aubameyang's doing, Harry Kane's done it.
Yeah.
As in scoring goals every week, he's done it, innit? And I like he's a quality striker, so I'm not gonna sit and say, "Oh, Aubameyang." I'd go for
ratings. That's credible.
I wasn't expecting that, boy. I thought man would ride for his guy, boy.
Nah, to be fair, like
Wait, hold on one second.
Go on.
Cuz
Aubameyang all day.
But let's put some context into this.
In England,
Cuz
Germany.
Cuz is
England, done it in Germany.
Cuz is a Arsenal fan. Yeah.
Arsenal fan.
Yeah, but you gotta let them know, innit? Because otherwise it's just a voice with no story.
Yeah. Trust my cousin is an Arsenal
Yeah,
fan.
exactly. Arsenal through and through. So he's gonna but all jokes aside.
So Jason let you down then.
It's my opinion, innit? It's my opinion.
Jason ain't riding for. He's got
Well, I ride for Arsenal, but that's like saying who's better out of Lacazette and Harry Kane.
Yeah, like you gotta be honest.
You gotta be honest.
Yeah.
There's no point.
So you're saying that Lacazette is on Aubameyang level?
What do you mean? No, I didn't say that. I said Harry Kane.
He's trying to wind you up, but yeah. Nah.
Anyway.
Yeah. But
Harry Kane's a modern day Alan Shearer.
yeah, okay, but no.
Modern day Alan Shearer?
Yeah, but
Not rating him now.
Modern day, no. How can you say modern day Alan Shearer and say you don't rate him? Alan Shearer is by far the Premier League top goal scorer. He's out on his own.
It's true.
So, yeah, you don't rate him as a footballer, even though he scored all them goals.
They're judged on goals, bro.
Exactly.
That's what the striker's job is.
Strikers judged on goals. Alan Shearer's got a championship winners medal, and he's the top goal scorer by a country mile. So how can you not rate him?
Before I let you...
What did you say there?
He's he's got a Premier League winners medal.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's the one, innit?
Yeah, but still, you say just the one. He's still got
Well, there's
one.
been certain top strikers. They ain't
Exactly.
got no
That's
Premier
what
League
I'm
medal,
saying.
you know?
Top players ain't got Premier League medals.
Like who?
Well, them Liverpool man never win no Premier League
Yeah,
medals.
Steven Gerrard ain't got a winners medal,
Gerrard ain't got no
and he's one of the
Premier
best
League medal.
players ever. So
You know, so yeah, it can happen, innit? Unless you play for Manchester United and all of that. But yeah, I'm gonna let Pat give his thing. But just before you say that, big up Fan Nation TV, yeah, big up Fan Nation TV. It's
Yes.
a new platform, banter and
Oh, yeah,
trims.
man,
Big up Wezza, doing I was gonna say lovely, doing big things.
no, big.
They're a barbershop and they chat football, so it's something totally new. One of the guys there, I don't know what his name is. He's a Spurs fan,
Okay.
and he does not rate Harry Kane.
Really?
And he's basically like, Harry Kane is holding you lot back.
Okay.
So with that said,
Yeah.
I want you to now explain why you believe Harry Kane is better than Aubameyang, and also on top of that, what's your response to that guy?
I think, to be fair, I think Harry Kane's better than most strikers in world football. So not just
he's world class.
Aubameyang. Yeah, Harry Kane's world class. But then also, let me to break it down. I think Aubameyang is world class. I didn't think that before. I'm not gonna lie. When he came
before
over
this season?
Before last
Okay,
season.
yeah.
Before the start of last season, I rated him as a goal scorer, but I didn't really appreciate how good Aubameyang is.
Yeah.
But when he got the golden boot last year, and I saw how many goals he scored in X amount of games, I can't not rate the guy. He is a top scorer. He's not. The reason why I'd say Harry Kane, in my opinion, is better than Aubameyang, because Harry Kane offers more, and he can score more types of different goals. But that's not to say Aubameyang can't score good goals. Like his shot against us when he literally ran at Hugo Lloris and boom, it was in the bottom corner before Hugo could even move, and that was from outside the box.
Last season?
This season. And then also he scored some free kicks as well, like last year, didn't he? So Aubameyang has got different parts to his locker, but he can't pass that Harry Kane. I don't think he's as intelligent a player as Harry Kane, but obviously his movement is A1 and his pace also helps him as well. He's good on the shoulder. But Harry Kane, I think, is a world-class player, and he's proved that in the Champions League. His Champions League record speaks for itself. I think he's got like 16 goals in 20 games, or something like that.
You know the stats.
He's proved it. He's proved it in the world. He's proved it at World Cup level. He's proved it at international level. He's proved it in the Premier League. So yeah, I think Harry Kane, there's no doubt he's a world-class player.
And what's your thoughts to the guy on Banter and Trims?
You know what? I don't know.
What his name is,
I can understand where he's coming from, because certain times when Harry Kane's been out of the team, we do look more fluid.
Yeah.
We didn't today, but I know the team's low on confidence, so that's another story. But usually when Kane's not in the team, Son, Moura, Dele Alli when he's on form, obviously Eriksen in a past lifetime, these guys are interchanging and moving, and we look more fluid. When Kane's in the team, he's a focal point. And because Kane likes to drop deep and get involved in a lot of the play, he does take up a lot of the ball. So I can understand it, but you can't drop one of the world's best strikers out of your team and say you're going to be better. I think that's a bit...
But then to counteract that, then Pat, I would say is, if he is world class and he's one of the best strikers around, then how can your team look better without him? How does that happen?
Because you've got players that step up, like Son usually steps up when it's kind of like, if you think about it, if you know somebody, I don't know, in whatever, if somebody's so good at what they do, when they're playing in the same team as you kind of might take a back seat. You might just let them get on with it. Where when you've got talented players all around you, then, you know, if that person's not playing, they're all going to raise their game a bit.
Boy, you're proper riding for Harry Kane, innit?
No,
proper jumping in to help you. I'll save you, Pat. I'll help you.
No. Don't even try that one.
Don't let him get...
Don't even try that one. Don't try
Jay,
that
don't let him get in your head. You say what you think,
I know what you're doing, innit? I know exactly what you're doing, but don't try that one. You asked me a question, I gave you an answer.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
But you didn't need to jump in there like when he's trying.
But I knew what he was saying.
Oh, you did, He takes a back seat. that's why Harry Kane. Anyways, me personally, I'm just gonna give my quick opinion and then we'll move on. I think Harry Kane is better than Aubameyang personally, and if I had a striker, last minute, Champions League final, who would I want the ball to drop to? Aubameyang or Harry Kane? Harry Kane all day long. Enough said. We're not even going to rabble on too long.
Cool.
Harry Kane over Aubameyang for me. What are you lot saying? Who would you lot say is better, Aubameyang or Harry Kane?
And why? So
and why? Leave your views in the comments below for us, please.
I like what you did there. You
see it? Yeah, man, I'm getting good at this thing, you know. And then let us know what you think about Jason, the Arsenal fans, if you want to get onto Jason.
Listen.
Backlash.
They can't say
you might lose some followers on Twitter now, boy.
No, take your Arsenal shirt off. Who's the better footballer? It's a question. If you're going to say something dumb, there's no point answering just because you support a team.
100%. 100%.
That's not how it works.
But you know what? That's how we do on Everyone's a Pundit. We be honest. We give you our honest feelings.
Correct.
We're not going to gas it up just for the sake of it. We're going to give you
Because then you lose credibility. So I rate Jay for that, because otherwise, yeah, it don't make sense.
I could have easily said Aubameyang, but what's the point?
Whoa, my cousin thinks Aubameyang.
That's his opinion.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Pat is giving you some ratings today.
Oh, cheers. Nice.
Guys. All right, anyway, so we'll move on now to question time, and we'll try and get through these questions.
Let's go.
So again, thank you everybody who sent your question through to us on Instagram. And if you guys want to ask us questions, the social media is at the top of the screen. Please start to follow us and leave us the questions when the time comes. Anyway, so the first question I'll go to, which is from Gym Mode Official, and it asks, so this was sent in the morning: with Arsenal in 5th, United in 10th, Spurs in 13th. What place are you lot in now?
11th, so not much change.
Yeah, because he put with a game in hand.
Yeah, we got 1 extra point. So
would you guys say that this could be one of the most competitive Prem seasons in a long time, and the general level has gone up, or are these 3 teams underperforming? Jason, what do you reckon?
I think the Arsenal, Man U and Tottenham, I think they're underperforming.
Rather than the levels have gone up?
Yeah, it's underperforming.
You reckon?
Yeah.
100%. I mean, if we're playing how we're meant to play, as in all of us, then you're not talking about Sheffield United. You're not talking about Leicester. Well, no, Leicester. You might be talking. Well, no. So you wouldn't be talking about Leicester, because we would have beat them, and other teams, would be. Yeah. So underperforming today away to Everton. We should be winning that game. Newcastle, we lost to them. We all know our story. So yeah, we're underperforming massively. Yeah, like these are games that we shouldn't be losing.
Really
underperforming 100%.
I think it's a bit of both though, and I tell you why. Because Liverpool are the league leaders flying. Yeah. They didn't have an easy time at Sheffield United. Do you know what I mean? Like these teams now that are coming up from the Championship, even your Norwiches, you see the way that they're playing football. Now, don't get me wrong, Norwich are leaking goals and they're not doing too well.
Yeah, but they started decent.
The levels does seem to be up now. You've got better managers in the Premier League now than we have had over the past years. Do you know what I mean? The coaching is better. You have got more quality, man.
Yeah, I would say the Premier League is the best league in the world, without a shadow of a doubt. You've got the best managers in.
I think it's a bit of both. Don't get me wrong. Like as you say, if Man United is performing to the level that they should be, then we're higher up the table.
And Arsenal and Spurs, all of them.
But with that said, we've already talked about Brendan Rodgers. You said that you would love him at Arsenal. You missed a trick getting him. So you have to factor that into the Leicester team, that they've got a top manager.
Yeah.
And then you factor in the fact that they've got top players. Leicester have got a good team. So, especially when I look at Man United now, I'm looking at Leicester and I'm thinking, should we really be better than them? Especially with the way things have gone on with all our injuries and stuff. Should we be playing better than them? Should we be? You can argue no.
When you look at the squads though, you can kind of think
Yeah, but our squad's not that great because we're relying on youngsters. So, I don't know, man. Maybe for you guys, because you lot are the ones who had the good window. At the end of the day,
and we finished let's put
your top 4 last year.
Let's put into context. I was just about to say that you took the words right out of my mouth. We finished 4th last year. We got to a Champions League final. Right now we're mid-table. So we're 100% underperforming. 100%. You look for our team. It's full of quality. You got Lucas Moura. You got Son, you got Dele Alli, you got Harry Kane, you got Eriksen when he's meant to be playing, Lo Celso, Ndombele. I can name names. Same for you guys, and we're underperforming, man. That's as simple as that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what these guys think. What do you think? Please leave us your views in the comments below. Do you think that we're underperforming more than the levels have gone up? Let us know. And I'm actually just going to segue because we've got another question, and this is from Panny _7_31. So he asks, are the likes of Rodgers and Lampard showing that British managers are finally stepping into the elite manager category compared to the standard British boring anti-football managers like Sam and Tony Pulis? So what do you lot think about that?
I would say they're not elite because they haven't won anything yet. And they haven't done. To say that they're elite, because I don't even know if I call Pochettino elite right now.
What?
Pochettino is considered a world-class manager, but to be an elite manager, you got to win things, right?
You reckon?
Yeah.
So what Poch has done at Spurs doesn't make him elite?
Well, he hasn't got anything in the trophy cabinet. So, like, as much as, don't get me wrong, if Pochettino leaves Tottenham today, most of the clubs will be after him.
So that was going to be my next question.
But
if he left, then the top clubs are going to want him.
Yeah, but it doesn't make him elite though. Elite is your, Allegri's, your Mourinho's, your, like people that are winning things like year in and year out. I'd say so.
But those managers, what would they have done in Spurs with because don't forget, Jose goes somewhere and buys like 10 players in his first season. Like, that's what he does. I'm exaggerating with 10.
But I know what you mean. He buys some players. Yeah. Same with Pep.
That's what they do. Pep came into City, bombed out the whole back four, spent like 200 million on the back four.
When Pep first come in, they finished fourth, and they almost, there was a chance where they were saying that they might finish in the Europa.
Exactly.
So I remember that.
And he spent 200 mil on the back
and
four.
And even Klopp, he took a while.
All of these managers have money to spend.
But I think we're digressing because, the thing is elite, and I would say that they can't be elite because they haven't won anything. That's my point.
So do you think that elite is to be elite manager that you have to have won things? You agree with that?
Yeah. You can have good managers.
Exactly.
You can be the category of good manager or world class manager.
Yeah.
But elite's like top of the chain.
Exactly.
Elite is world class, isn't it?
Elite's better than world class in my opinion.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
If you're an elite player, you're a world class player.
Yeah.
So in terms of management, I just think.
Let's put it this way. Yeah. Emery has won quite a few things, right?
Yeah.
With different clubs. Would you consider him an elite manager?
No, because you see what he's doing now.
Yeah, there you go. So it kind of. Yeah. So these guys.
But for me, would all of the top clubs want Emery?
No.
His stock has gone down.
So with what's going on at Spurs now, I still believe if Poch leaves Spurs, top teams will want Poch.
Yeah, 100%.
That's why I think that Poch is elite, because what he's done at Spurs, let's not kid ourselves, people. Spurs were an anything team.
Yeah.
You were a joke. You were nobodies.
Yeah.
And Poch has come in on a shoestring budget and has got you lot consistently top four, arguably one of the best teams in the Premier League, playing well. You got a striker that's scoring, banging in goals year after year, and Champions League final that you've never been to in your life.
Never.
And this is all without spending any p.
Yeah, without spending our net spend is about 50 odd million in all those years. So. But this
question wasn't even about Poch,
but just it's kind of like, because to say elite, you can't call not Rodgers. Apologies, you can't call. No, it was Rodgers, isn't it?
Yeah, it was Rodgers and Lampard.
Rodgers has won stuff, and I wouldn't even say Rodgers is elite.
Yeah,
but Lampard, he's too premature. He's only managed his second season.
So let's take elite out of it.
Yeah.
Are we now seeing a better class of manager?
English manager, 100%, definitely. Because even in the Championship, you got some good young English managers coming through.
And what do you think? That I personally think that's just down to the foreign managers that's come into the game and they've changed
exactly.
the coaching, the coaches and all of that. And these players have played under these type of coaches now.
And they're adapting to it, and they're taking it in. They're taking in new philosophies. Because even someone like Lampard has even been managed by Pep Guardiola.
Yeah.
And he's been managed by Jose, and he's been managed by so he's soaking in all of this. So 100%. Good young English managers coming through. And they're playing good football as well. It's none of that hoof the ball up the field and this and that. Yeah. They're playing. They're not afraid to play out the back.
Everybody wants to play that ball.
Yeah, exactly. So good question. Was there an end to the question? What did it just say?
No, there was a few more. If we got time, Panny, we're going to answer, because you actually asked 4 questions. Thank you very much. If we've got time, we'll come back to you and answer the rest. But let us know what your thoughts are on whether the new age of manager is really improved. And also, as we did digress, but would you call Poch elite? Do you agree with me or do you agree with Pat? Let us know your views in the comments section below. We'll move on. Just a quick one here now. This is from Boods49 on Instagram. You lot will know him from Views from Boods. He's one of our guys on the team. And he asks, at the current state of play, who joins City and Pool as top 4? So we'll hit this one quick. Pat, what do you reckon?
Chelsea and Leicester.
Chelsea and Leicester.
Yeah. And the current state of play right now, it's given.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree, and I don't think that's going to change.
Yeah.
In all honesty,
I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. I know that everyone's having stinkers, but it is a long season, man. And
we're 11 games in now.
yeah. So
We're 11 games in. This is when earlier when we was like game 4 and you kept saying when we're 10 games. Now we're 11 games in. Man United
and they both won this weekend as well.
Yeah, Man United and Spurs are sitting on 13 points. Leicester and Chelsea on 23 points. That's 10 points gap. As you said, that is like a 4-game swing.
It's a 4-game swing. So you know what? It'll be after next week. Arsenal got Leicester, right?
No. Yeah.
So I'll be able to really see then.
But then even if Arsenal beat Leicester and we will win out, that's still 7 points.
But that can be done though. Come on.
Yeah, you can.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but the way Spurs are playing and the way United are playing, you have to go on a run to claw these.
But let's not kid ourselves. But all of our teams have got the quality to do that. 1 or 2 wins and everything changes. This is football. You see it. You see it even in games. You see it. Like a team will be winning 1-0, 2-0. Then all of a sudden they score a goal and then they're all over them. And it's the same thing. All it takes is one moment. But don't get me wrong. The longer it goes on, the harder it's gonna get. But at the current state of play, 100% is Chelsea and Leicester, or Leicester and Chelsea, however you want to say it. But I'm not convinced that the other guys are not going to come back and have a say. That's what I'm saying.
All right. Well, you're staying consistent with it. I still think that's personally just down to the fact that it's Leicester and we're trying to say Leicester can't do it. But as I said, they won the league. Do you know what I mean? And no one fought. So, on current state of play, what do you guys think? Do you agree with us that it's Leicester and Chelsea? Let us know in the comments below. Let's move on. Sai_Cole on Instagram has asked us which team this season is the biggest underachievers: Spurs, Man United, West Ham, Everton, or Arsenal. I'm gonna answer this one first. Out of these teams, I have to say Spurs. Because of the Champions League final, top 4, new stadium. You guys are meant to kick on, and at the beginning, it was arguing that Spurs had the best window out of everybody. So with that said, the fact that you guys are where you are, I think you guys are the biggest underachievers out of the teams that was mentioned here. Some people may argue Man United, but I would say that many people cuss the Man United squad.
Some would say Everton as well because they have invested heavily. And
I don't. Well, anyway, my answer is Spurs.
Yeah.
You can give us your answer.
No, my answer is Spurs as well, 100%.
Okay. So then don't mention Everton.
No, because some could say.
Don't try and throw shade.
Like
I'm trying to throw shade on Everton.
I'm just saying some could say.
No. 2 of us are saying Spurs. Most people are going to say Spurs.
Nah, it doesn't mean that just because we feel that.
Anyway, so you feel Spurs.
Spurs, just like you said, off the back of a Champions League final, off the back of investing, off the back of moving into your stadium, off the back of everything else, you should be doing much better than what you're doing. So that's it. I'm done.
Yes, Jason. Who do you reckon?
Biggest underachievers.
Yeah.
So far, yeah.
I'm gonna go for my team.
Well, Arsenal.
Yeah, bro.
Oh. Why? Talk to us. Explain the thing now.
I feel with the squad that we have, the investment we've made, we should be doing much better than what we're doing now. We look at it in our last 18 games, we've won 6.
Wow, is that bad?
If you're getting back into last season,
Okay. I didn't even know that.
6 out of the last 18 games.
Jeez.
And with, like I said, the investment we've made this summer, we're just not achieving. I thought we'd be doing a lot better than what we're doing now. I didn't expect us to be struggling. I didn't expect us to be scrapping results. I didn't expect Unai to be making certain decisions that he's making. But yeah, I just think we're underachieving.
But with that said, let's put things into context here. Whilst I am bantering Arsenal all the time, you are still banter FC every day of the week.
No, we're not banter FC.
Yeah, banter FC. You are. But look. You're banter FC. No. But anyway, what I would say is that you're 5 points off top 4. Yeah?
Yeah.
You're 5 points off top 4.
Yeah.
And at least with you guys, you can say that you're in the mix, like you're close, you're there and thereabouts. It's very easy to just tweak a few things with you lot than for us, where I'm saying we're 10 points behind, you know what I mean? You lot are 5 points. So why? Yeah, I don't know about you lot being the biggest underachievers, given that it is still 11 games in. There's still a lot of football to be played. It's easier for you lot to turn it around than us.
You say that, but with the football that we're playing,
Yeah.
I can't really see that, man.
Yeah, I watch.
We can't hold the lead. We can't hold 2-0 leads, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
I watched the Wolves game.
We can't hold leads.
Yeah, Crystal Palace as well.
Yeah.
2-0 up against Crystal Palace. They were cruising.
That's happened twice.
Yeah, I know.
Watford came back from 2-0
yeah.
against Arsenal.
And Watford should have won that game as well. Decore late on.
Yeah. For me, it's Arsenal, man.
Yeah.
There's some fans out there that are saying that Arsenal fans criticising Emery's tactics, you're going too far. What would you say to that?
Too far in what? Criticising Unai?
Yeah, saying that you lot are overreacting.
No, we're not overreacting because he's making dumb decisions. Making crap substitutions. Like yesterday, it was 1-1. We need a goal. He makes the last sub. He brings off Tierney for Kolasinac.
Yeah, what's that going to do for you?
Why didn't he make that sub earlier on in the game?
Yeah.
And make the attacking sub the third sub. Stuff like that.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Like, we need a goal.
Yeah.
He takes off our defensive midfielder and he just goes to pot. He takes him off and he put on, was it Saka? He put on Saka. I'm like,
Saka looks burnt out as well.
I don't understand that sub at all.
He's a youth man though.
Yeah, he's a young
He's only 17.
He shouldn't be playing.
He's only 17.
Yeah,
he's not really going to come on and get us the winner, is he?
Yeah.
So what's Martinelli? I could see him, like with Martinelli. He could get us something because he's banging.
But
goals.
he's not playing in any other games other than
the Carling Cup.
Carling and
No,
Carabao.
he played a bit on. He played a bit against Wolves. I think he got like 20 odd minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying stuff like that. I could see why he'd bring him on to try and get us a goal because he can do it. I can't see Saka getting us a goal.
Poupe didn't even play. He didn't even feature. And he was on the bench. So.
Leaving Pepe out. I don't know really make up these funny names anyway. But leaving Pepe out, I'm like, nah. So the criticism that he's getting, it is justified, in my opinion anyway.
Alright.
I'm Emery out, you see my tweets every day.
Check Jason, Mr. Jason Alex on Twitter every morning without fail. You will see a tweet, Emery out.
Emery out with a clown face next to it, brother.
Every morning, first thing I wake up, I open my eyes and like...
It's a retweet with a comment, so it's like Envy out, and then there's like, obviously, bits and bobs.
But you know what I would say, just before we move on, is that the timeline is filled with Arsenal fans screaming that Envy out.
Enough.
So it's not just Jason. It's not just Jason.
But Jay was early. Jay's been consistent.
He pioneered this thing.
If the football is not...
Everyone's a pundit, you get me?
If the football has not improved, he needs to go. I can take defeats, but when the football's crap, I cannot take that. I cannot take that, bro.
Because you lot ain't doing any better than with Wenger, innit?
Apparently, it was better under Wenger, especially at home as well.
Yeah. At home, you guys were winning games. You were seeing games out. Yeah.
Football was better under Wenger, boy. But anyway, we'll move on. It's a madness. Let us know what you think. Who are the biggest underachievers so far out of United, Spurs,
Everton and West Ham.
And
I'm surprised he put West Ham in there. West Ham not.
Yeah, well, we'll have to. Maybe you can.
That's as well, didn't they? They 3-2.
No,
they lost.
They lost.
They lost
again.
But you wouldn't.
But
Anyway. I wouldn't. Yeah, but anyway, we'll move on. Mr. Dashiki Dash. He asks, can Leicester or anyone else break into that top 2 title race? This is a quick question. No,
exactly.
No. We'll move on. And the cameraman has just signaled that we're running out of time soon, so I'm gonna answer one last question. We'll go back to Pani, and his final question was, do you think Arsenal are bullies? Do they take things too far in regards to abuse players, managers and owners have suffered in the last few years?
Ooh.
No.
What?
My reason is the reason why.
So you lot are a toxic fan base.
No. The reason why Arsenal fans are up in arms at the moment. Remember, we were sold a dream. Yeah.
What was the dream?
To compete with the likes of Bayern Munich and the rest, by moving to the Emirates. That hasn't happened.
Serious? You lot thought you was gonna be doing that?
That's what I.
That was the chat. That's why I used to get them about the Bayern.
We were sold a dream.
That is a big dream, boy.
To be fair to Arsenal fans, certain abuse, like the Xhaka abuse and whatnot, obviously I don't agree with, but we have suffered, you get what I'm saying? We've suffered for the past like nearly 10 years now of
mediocrity.
Yeah. So right now we've had enough. So it is justified as to why we are the way we are at the moment.
But what I would say to that is the way you lot treated Wenger towards the end, like you're popped out, but you're like, man respects the team, so 100%, I'm not gonna. You lot were doing banners, you lot were outside rioting, fighting amongst yourselves,
because you had people that were Wenger fans and not Arsenal fans, but they claim to be Arsenal fans.
I saw that. I saw tweets saying if Wenger goes, I go. I couldn't believe it. I was like,
those fans.
It's real talk as well. They was legit. If Wenger goes, I go. Brigades.
What you need to understand is the brand of football that Arsenal played. It attracted managers like Pep. He wanted to manage us. Klopp wanted to manage us. But because Wenger refused to leave, obviously, Man City came in, got Pep. Liverpool came in, got Klopp. So Arsenal missed out on good managers.
But how do you know them managers wanted to go to Arsenal?
Everyone knew that.
No, they want to go to
Because of the brand of football, bro.
but the brand of football is down to Wenger. What's that going to do to another manager?
Because those managers played a similar football. So this is why Pep wanted to manage Arsenal. That everyone knew that, bro. You can go and research that. You'll see it. You get what I'm saying?
Well, has he come out and made a statement saying that?
What?
You heard me?
It's out there, isn't it? It's out there.
Out there where?
I will say Wenger is a legend, and to be fair, he changed the style of play in the Premier League. He came in with a scientist mentality. He was talking about, before people were even thinking about diets and this and that, he was doing all of that. But the thing that killed Wenger is that he didn't adapt and change when things change.
And that's what killed him.
So I hear what Jay's saying. So
that's why the fans are the way they are now.
But they're with using players.
But
I don't agree with that. Let
me have my say. I would say that Arsenal fans are the most toxic, 100%. I mean, come on, let's be real. Abue. You made a sub get subbed because you were that onto him. Yeah, Ramsey was abused, vilified. This guy's a good player. Like Ramsey, I actually enjoyed watching Ramsey play. And now he's gone to Juventus. He's going to kick on. He's a good player. When he plays for Wales, he plays well. He got abused.
Let Patrick.
Emmanuel Adebayor got abused. Abused. Remember, my man ran the whole length of the pitch against them. And then did the slide because they were saying horrible things. I can't repeat here. Abused. Who else? Robin van Persie got abused
now.
I mean, and now obviously Xhaka's getting abused. Some of the stuff they're saying.
It's a horrible.
It's toxic. And obviously you abused Arsene Wenger, the legend, the guy that essentially made Arsenal what they are today in this era.
Were you doing Wenger out with a clown face on Twitter?
No, I wasn't doing that.
Not with the clown face.
No. I wanted to go though.
You did Wenger out though, innit?
I probably did Wenger out, yeah.
You probably all did.
Most likely did, yeah.
Twitter, we can pull it up, you know.
I know I Wenger out, but whether or not I put Wenger out, I probably did. I know I did. So yeah, but it wasn't with a clown face. I knew his time was up. So,
but no, I think it's a toxic fan base. I do, and when I said this before, people are, but you guys have said this about that. But I'm like, we talk about the whole fans and what they're saying to the players. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, man.
So
Man United quite bad, to be fair. What can you do to Paul Pogba?
It's one fan.
We need one fan.
One fan.
Hey, one fan.
One fan at the end of the game.
No. With regards, Paul Pogba's been substituted a few times after bad performances. You never hear that abuse. Never. And with Jose Mourinho, there's a difference with you gunning in the crowd, talking amongst yourselves, in your WhatsApp groups and all of that, because as a fan, you're going to have your opinion. But to boo and jeer one of your players off, that's a different thing. You lot do it on
And
the
someone
reds.
said this to me in a group. They said, "Oh, but what about when the team's playing badly and they get booed at half time?" And I said, "But that's 11 players. That's
it.
not one player."
Yeah.
And so it's completely different. Exactly.
You know, together they can hold that. But one player.
And don't get me wrong, I've never booed a player. I don't understand it personally.
I never have either.
Like the same way, even if my team's playing poorly, I will never leave halfway between the game and this and that. I don't believe in that. I'd rather. But yeah, booing players as opposed to booing the team is completely different.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
I'll just put that out there.
So anyway, do you agree with me and Pat that the Arsenal fan base is toxic and they got no morals, man?
Yeah, it's just not nice, man.
I think it's toxic
Never
anyway.
forgetting how they treated Tevez.
Tevez.
Yeah.
What do you mean how they've treated?
United.
What, Tevez get booed and jeered?
Huh?
Show me the video. Show me the video. Too much hearsay. We're talking
I don't know.
We're talking about.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll
No
check
one
it out.
heard these
Now,
things.
Percy or Adebayor get booed or jet
Yeah,
man.
they did. 100%.
after
100%.
they left.
100%.
After they left.
Yeah, but even so, when players come back to Old
Yeah,
Trafford,
they're getting.
you know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Tottenham
Straight.
abuse Sol Campbell.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah,
we'll
that's
move on
yeah. Sol Campbell.
So what?
I've abused
what we
Sol
saying
Campbell,
here?
but that's different. Sol Campbell is.
So Campbell moved from rivals to rivals.
Yeah,
though.
and-
Man, Percy went from a rival to a rival.
No, we're not.
come
We're not.
on,
It's
come
not
on. And
it's not the same
there's a
thing,
different-
Jason.
Arsenal and United were rivals at one point.
Not when we got Van Persie, we weren't.
Yeah,
you
but
lot were
still.
anything back then, man.
No.
You were anything. You were anything.
No.
That was 2012, right?
Yeah, is that when he moved? Yeah.
Yeah, 2000. It was the
Yeah,
year
it was
before we
about
won the
13
league.
or yeah.
We won the league 2013. We won the league. Yeah, so we got him that season there. You like ain't won the league since 2004, is it? 2002.
Cameron said we got time for one more question.
Have we? No. We gotta wrap up now.
Oh, I got to wrap up.
Yeah. So anyway, stop giving the wrong information.
Trying to get one more in, man. Trying to get one more in. Hungry.
Yes. So that is the end of the episode, and boy, I enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
Man. Episode 60.
Sweet 16.
We'll come back again. If you're new to the channel and you watched it and you've made it this far, you know what I'm gonna say. Hit the subscribe button.
Smash that subscribe button.
And then-
Hulk smash.
And then also you want to hit that like button, innit, Jason?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, come on, do the dance. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Like, comment, share, subscribe.
Like,
Yeah.
Man ain't.
Come on, man.
We're gonna have to get him involved
Yeah.
one day, man. What? You can't dance? You can't dance.
Not even get into this right now.
Anyway, I'm Sebs.
Yeah, I'm Patrick Tyrant.
And I'm Mr. Jason Alex.
We are Everyone's a Pundit, and we are the pundits. Big up yourselves. Thank you for watching, bless, and listening.
Bless.